we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, Brahma and demigods, they came to Shiva in Kailash and they offered obeisances. Then Brahma spoke the glories, is speaking the glories of Shiva. So we heard that different living entities will get different destinations based on their karma. Some go Vaikuntha planet, some go impersonal Brahman, some go heavenly planets, and those who are miscreants, wrongdoers, then they're going to hell. Yes. Then we heard the Tatenu Kampam Susamikshamano verse in commentary. It is very important. The purport of this verse is that when a devotee is in a calamitous condition, he takes it as a benediction of the Supreme Lord and takes responsibility himself for his past misdeeds. I did wrong in past, now I'm getting the fruit of my activity, misdeeds, in the form of suffering, but it is the grace of Krishna, benediction of Krishna, for my own cure, like Sridhar Maharaj told. It is necessary, I may not like it, but it is necessary to cure me of my disease. We don't like to take medicine because it is bad taste, but it is necessary for our cure. So like that, environment is necessary, like he is necessary for our cure. In such a condition, he offers still more devotional service and is not disturbed. One who lives in such a disposition of mind, engaged in devotional service, is the most eligible candidate for promotion to the spiritual world. In other words, such a devotee's claim for promotion to the spiritual world is assured in all circumstances. That is why our Gurudev used to repeatedly say this point. Why? Because he sees our disease. So he has to give us this medicine. Until we will cure this disease, we will have to get same medicine again and again. Only when we will accept this, then further we can hear higher topics. But otherwise we will misunderstand. Navei satam tvacharanarpitatmanam bhuteshu sarveshu abhipashyatam tava bhutani chatmani apritag didrikshatam prayena rosho vibhavet yata pasha. My dear Lord, devotees who have fully dedicated their lives unto your lotus feet certainly observe your presence as Paramatma in each and every being, and as such, they do not differentiate between one living being and another. Such persons treat all living entities equally. They never become overwhelmed by anger like animals who can see nothing without differentiation. My video is very slow. You also get very slow video? So I will just close and again open my video. 1 second. Now better. Now I refresh. Now it is better video. So, those who are completely surrendered to Supreme Lord or His pure devotee, they can have this realization that Krishna is in the heart of everyone and they treat everyone equally. Means they respect everyone. That does not mean that they support wrong activities, but they are not differentiating based on geographical position or race or caste or body or like this. No. But animals, they are always angry. Natural enmity is there between buffalo and horse, and between owl and crow, and between peacock and snake, and between mongoose and someone. Their natural enmity by nature. Like that, in human beings, we are also like animals if we are not doing dharma. So we are also having this duality. I am this country, you are that country, so you are enemy. Like this we see. Pritag dhiyah karma drisho durashayah paro daye narpita hrit rujonishan paran durukteir vitu danti aruntudas tan mavadit deva vadhan bhavat vida. Persons who observe everything with differentiation, who are simply attached to fruitive activities, who are mean-minded or evil-minded, who are always pained to see the flourishing condition of others, and who thus give distress to them by uttering harsh and piercing words, have already been killed by providence. Thus, there is no need for them to be killed again by an exalted personality like you. One who is born will die. So those who have false ego, they have worldly desires, they see with differentiation and are attached to fruitive activities. I will work, then I will enjoy. And they are harsh to others, harsh behavior. They are not seeing he belongs to my Supreme Lord. But they are mean-minded, they want to harm actually. This is conditioned souls like that. And they are killed by providence, means they will die. When the time will come, they will reap the fruits of their actions, they will die. Because they are within this material energy. So that is automatically by karma going on. No need that Shiva or Krishna has to kill him separately. By nature he will be. Yasmin yada pushkara nabha maya durantaya sprishta dhiya pritag drisha kurvanti tatra hyanu kampaya kripam nasadavo deva balat krite kram. So this is also this similar. My dear Lord, if in some places materialists who are already bewildered by the insurmountable illusory energy of the Supreme Godhead sometimes commit offenses, a saintly person with compassion does not take this seriously. Knowing that they commit offenses because they are overpowered by the illusory energy, he does not show his prowess to counteract them. Like when Parvati cursed Chitraketu. He could curse back, but he did not. He tolerated. he accepted. Ambarish Maharaj, he could take revenge. He could counteract that curse of Shringi, but he accepted. Also, Jesus Christ, he said, they don't know what they are doing. Please forgive them, God. And also Haridas Thakur also, all are like this, Ambarish Maharaj. They don't take offense. First of all, because they don't think I'm Vaishnav, they have no any ego, so they can take any offense. So they have no revengeful mentality like this. Prahlad Maharaj also. That is not so easy, such pure heart. Someone doing wrong to them, but they will not take it seriously. Like Jayadev Goswami also. We heard, they cut off his hands and feet, but he was not angry on them. He forgave them and he wanted to serve them. But Krishna made that arrangement that they were punished. Yes, here we say this. So Sai Maharaj telling, when he does not show his prowess, this does not mean that he is lacking in strength. Rather, it indicates that he is tolerant for the welfare of the entire human society. He also here gave this example of Parikshit Maharaj. He could counteract, but he did not. Bhavam stu pungshah paramasya maya durantaya sprishtamatih samastadrik taya hatatma svanu karma chetah sua anugraham kartum iharhasi prabhu. My dear Lord, you are never bewildered by the formidable influence of the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you are omniscient and should be merciful and compassionate towards those who are bewildered by the same illusory energy and are very much attached to fruitive activities. That is why our Gurudev told, don't take any decision from your own mind and intelligence, because they are limited and you don't know what is your requirement. So by trying to solve problem, you will create more problem. You should take absolute shelter of Supreme Lord, who is omniscient and also pure devotee. They are omniscient, they can give guidance. Why? Because they are beyond this Maya. They know what I require and what is good for me. For my eternal welfare, they know. I cannot know without their grace when I'm in conditioned state. So I told to Brihad Bharati Maharaj that I am confused about this, what I should do. Like Arjuna, he said to Krishna, I also told, I don't know. This is happening, so I don't know what I have to do. I am confused. Then he was saying, I cannot understand how you can be confused. Then ultimately he said, that is the difference between you and me. But out of affection, he said, not out of ego, that I have no confusion. Why? Because he is beyond the Maya. So they can see things clearly, what is what. But if we are in Maya, in mind, limited, then we either will do wrong decision or we will be confused. What we have to do for our eternal welfare. So please be merciful. Brahma said, please be merciful to those who are bewildered by. You are not bewildered by illusion, but please be merciful to those who are, because you are beyond and are very much attached to fruitive activities. We think I will do this, then I will enjoy this. That is materialistic thinking. But our real duty is to serve Krishna. We don't know. So we need to hear from realized souls who we are, what we have to do. Kuru adha adva rasyo dharanam hatasya bhoh tvaya samaptasya mano prajapate nayatra bhagam tava bhagino dadu kuyajino yena makho niniyate. My dear Lord Shiva, you are the shareholder of a portion of the sacrifice and you are the giver of the result. The bad priests did not deliver your share, and therefore you destroyed everything, and the sacrifice remains unfinished. Now you can do the needful and take your rightful share. Jivatat yajamanoyam prapadye takshini bhagah brigoh smashruni rohantu pushno dantaschat purvavat. My dear Lord, by your mercy, the performer of the sacrifice, King Daksha, may get back his life. Bhaga may get back his eyes, Brigu his mustache, and Pusha his teeth. We heard how they lost life, eyes, mustache, and teeth by that Virabhadra, anger of Shiva. So he's praying for their deliverance. Devanam, Bhagna, Gatranam, Ritvijam, Chayu Dashmabi, Bhavatanu Grihitanam, Ashumanyo Stva Naturam. O Lord Shiva, may the demigods and the priests whose limbs have been broken by your soldiers recover from the injuries by your grace. How scientists they will understand this? Someone died and now he's telling you make him alive again. They cannot understand that life comes out of life. Life left, but you can come back. But they are saying life comes from matter, but they can never demonstrate this. You produce life in your laboratory, you show, then we will accept your theory. But it is not possible. Life is from life. From Krishna, all jivas are coming and they are eternal. They only enter body and go out. Esha te rudra bhagostu yat uchishto dvarasya vai yagyaste rudra bhagena kalpatam adya yagyakhan. O destroyer of the sacrifice, please take your portion of the sacrifice and let the sacrifice be completed by your grace. Uchishta in this context means remain. What is remaining means that grace. His portion of sacrifice. Next chapter 7. The sacrifice performed by Daksha. Maitreya Uvach. Iti aje nanu nitena bhavena paritushyata adhyadhyai mahabaho prahasya shruyatam iti. The sage Maitreya said, O mighty armed Vidur, Lord Shiva, being thus pacified by the words of Lord Brahma, spoke as follows in answer to Lord Brahma's request. Mahadeva Uvach Nagham Prajesha Balanam Varnaye Nanu Chintaye Deva Maya Bhi Bhutanam Dandastatra Drito Maya. Lord Shiva said, My dear father, Brahma, I do not mind the offenses created by the demigods, because these demigods are childish and less intelligent. I do not take a serious view of their offenses, and I have punished them only in order to right them. So this is the point. Those who have, our Gurudev told, those who have love for all living entities, Guru, and pure Vaishnava, they have got love for all living entities. So when they can detect the mistakes and they can go and rectify them, because it will be done in such a way that it will be for their good. But if some conditioned soul out of false ego will speak about defects for self-aggrandizement and to belittle him, to criticize him, then he will commit offense. But the bona fide Guru, pure devotee, they can rectify in proper way. So he did this. He saw they are doing wrong. They did wrong. It is not that he does not see that they are doing wrong. He sees, but he has to rectify that. Lord Shiva continued. That is not out of grudge and malice, or trying to harm. No, this punishment of pure devotee is for our own good. Prajapater dagdha shirshno bhava tyaja mukham shirah mitrasya chakshu shekshita bhagam swam barhisho bhaga. Lord Shiva continued, since the head of Daksha has already been burned to ashes, he will have the head of a goat. The demigod known as Bhaga will be able to see his share of sacrifice through the eyes of Mitra. Pushatu yajamanasya dadbhir yakshatu pishtabhuk devah prakrita sarvanga ye ma ucheshanam dadu. The demigod Pusha will be able to chew only through the teeth of his disciples, and if alone, he will have to satisfy himself by eating dough made from chickpea flour. Chickpea flour, dough. But the demigods who have agreed to give me my share of the sacrifice will recover from all their injuries. What about that mustache? Maybe it will come. Yes. Bahubhyam ashvinoh pushno hastabhyam krita bhavah bhavanto advaryavaschanye basta shmashrur brigur bhavet. Those who have had their arms cut off will have to work with the arms of Ashwini Kumar, and those whose hands were cut off will have to do their work with the hands of Pusha. The priests will also have to act in that manner. As for Brigu, he will have the beard from the goat's head. Maitreya Uvach. Tada sarvani bhutani shrutva midhu shtamoditam paritushtatmabhistata sadhu sadviti atha bruvan. The great sage Maitreya said, "My dear Vidur, all the personalities present were very much satisfied in heart and soul upon hearing the words of Lord Shiva, who is the best among the benedictors. Tato vidvam sam amantrya shunasirah saharshibhi bhuyastadeva yajanam sa midvat vedaso yayu." Thereafter, Brigu, the chief of the great sages, invited Lord Shiva to come to the sacrificial arena. Thus the demigods, accompanied by the sages, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, all went to the place where the great sacrifice was being performed. Vidaya kartsnyena chatat yat iha bhagavan bhavah sandaduh kasya kayena savanya pasho shira. After everything was executed exactly as directed by Lord Shiva, Daksha's body was joined to the head of the animal meant to be killed in the sacrifice. The goat. Sandhi yamane shirasi daksho rudra vikshitaha sadhyah supta ivotasto dadrisha chagratomridam. When the animal's head was fixed on the body of King Daksha, Daksha was immediately brought to consciousness, and as he awakened from sleep, the king saw Lord Shiva standing before him. Tada vrishadvaja dvesha kalilatma prajapati Shiva valokat abhavat charat drada ivamalaha. At that time, when Daksha saw Lord Shiva, who rides upon a bull, his heart, which was polluted by envy of Lord Shiva, was immediately cleansed, just as the water in a lake is cleansed by autumn rains. See, because he was punished, here Sai Maharaj is telling, here is an example of why Lord Shiva is called auspicious. If anyone sees Lord Shiva with devotion and reverence, his heart is immediately cleansed. King Daksha was polluted by envy of Lord Shiva, and yet by seeing him with a little love and devotion, his heart immediately became cleansed. So Daksha's heart was impure because of his having slandered Lord Shiva, for which he was severely punished. Daksha now came to consciousness, and just by seeing Lord Shiva with veneration and respect, he became immediately purified. Like demons, when they are killed by Krishna, their only gross body and subtle body is killed, but Atma remains. So they feel compassion of Krishna. Then they look at him with venerance, and they, because of that, they get liberated. Or they also become devotees. Kamsa was killed by Krishna and he got liberation. But Kamsa in Gaur Lila, he was rescued by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he got prema. Bhava stavaya krita dhir nashaknot anuragataha utkantyat bashpa kalaya samparetam sutam smaram. King Daksha wanted to offer prayers to Lord Shiva, but as he remembered the ill-fated death of his daughter Sati, his eyes filled with tears, and in bereavement his voice choked up, and he could not say anything. He was very sorry, like King Uttanpat was very sorry when he heard that Dhruva left home. He was so much lamenting. I could not say one word to pacify Dhruva. I'm so bad. I was attached to Suruchi. Because of that, my son left house and now he died in the forest. He was crying whole day and night, all the time. Because it was his mistake. Here also Daksha, he was neglecting his daughter because of envy to Lord Shiva. Krichrat sanstabhya chamana prema vihvalitah sudhi shasham sa nirvyalikena bhave nesham prajapati. At this time, King Daksha, afflicted by love and affection, was very much awakened to his real senses. With great endeavor, he pacified his mind, checked his feelings, and with pure consciousness began to offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Awakened to his real senses. Real senses are when we are engaged in the service of Krishna and his devotees. So in that pure consciousness, he offered prayers to Lord Shiva because he got the grace of Shiva. He was punished and got his grace. Now he came to proper senses. Daksha Uvach Bhuyan Anugraha Aho Bhavata Krito Me Dandas Tvaya Mai Brito Yat Api Pralabdah Na Brahma Bandushu Chavam Bhagavan Avagya Tubhyam Haresh Chakuta Eva Drita Vrateshu. King Daksha said, My dear Lord Shiva, I committed a great offense against you, but you are so kind that instead of withdrawing your mercy, you have done me a great favor by punishing me. You and Lord Vishnu never neglect even useless, unqualified brahmanas. Why then should you neglect me, who am engaged in performing sacrifices? Vidya tapo vrata dharan mukatah sma vipran brahmatma tattvam avitum pratamam tvam asrak tat brahmanan parama sarva vipatsu pasi palach pashun iva vibho pragrihita danda. My dear great and powerful Lord Shiva, you were created first from the mouth of Lord Brahma in order to protect the Brahmanas in pursuing education, austerities, vows, and self-realization. As protector of the Brahmanas, you always protect the regulative principles they follow, just as a cowherd boy keeps a stick in his hand to give protection to the cows. That is why Daksha was very much afraid to curse Narad Goswami. You know, in that, I think it is in 8th canto, yes, Daksha created many sons and he sent them to forest to do austerity so that they will continue creating, means producing children for creation in this world. Then Narad Goswami told them, no, there is no need for this. You have to worship Krishna. They all became ascetic. Then Daksha was very angry, but he tolerated. He said, I cannot curse him. He's a pure devotee. Already he got experience what happens. Then second time also, Narad also second batch of his sons, he told them, no, you, what is the use of this creation? Only you will make suffering to those living entities. You should worship Supreme Lord. That is life is meant for. They also became ascetic. They did not marry, they did not produce children. Then Daksha became very angry and he cursed in such a way, not directly harming, but he only said, you Narad, you cannot stay in one place for more than few days. Always have to move, cannot stay. Because Daksha was thinking then he cannot convert them. They will little accept, yes, worship of Krishna, but at the same time they will also want this family life and they will make children. Then the creation will go on and also bhajan will go on. That was his idea. But Narad accepted because it is the will of Krishna. So he was traveling everywhere and preaching, but in Dwaraka Dham, he could constantly stay. Because in Dwaraka Dham, the laws of material universe and material people don't work there. If I kill someone in Slovenia, then I run away to Croatia, then they cannot, Slovenian cannot catch me. Only if they cooperate, if the Croatian will catch me and they will give me, it is possible, but otherwise not. Like that, in Dwaraka, those laws of material world, they don't work there. And curse all these things. That is why our Gurudev told, but we have no belief. That is the problem. Our Gurudev told, when you go to Navadip Dham, that sun there in Navadip Dham during Parikrama, that is not the same sun as elsewhere. It is not the same sun. Then what we will say? We will think this is not right. We said this is not same sun. It is transcendental sun. If you take his grace, your body will become soft and you will worship Gauranga. We think there is only one sun, whole earth. So how is not the same sun? Because we have no eyes to see like that. So when you are in Dham, if really you entered into Dham, means those who have inclination to serve Krishna, they can enter into Dham. Those who are in Dham, then those material laws don't work there. Also planets don't work there. The bad effects, this Jupiter, this all Ketu, all this, they don't work there. If really you are in Dham, but if you are not, because of enjoying spirit, then there is another thing. Then you are in Maya, on the top of that Dham, and you will get all effects. But if you are in Dham, even when this whole world will be destroyed, annihilation, Dham remains, is eternal. That Markandeya Rishi, he came to Navadip Dham and he saw, oh, this is eternal. It is not destroyed and created again and again. No, it is all the time existing. It is eternal. So that is Dham, but only one who has inclination to serve can actually enter into Dham. You cannot enter into Dham by flight ticket and taxi ticket. Then you are in Dham. No. By surrendering to Mahaprabhu, Gurudev told you have to pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give you spiritual body. Spiritual body means that which is for the service of Krishna. Then with that spiritual body you can enter into Dham, otherwise impossible. Yo so Maya vidita tattva drisha sabhayam kshipto durukti vishikhair viganaya tan mam arvak patantam arhatama nindayapat drishtyar drishtyardraya sabhagavan swakritena tushyat. Like our Gurudev told, one man met Gurudev and he said, I just came back from Vrindavan, but I saw now Vrindavan is not so good anymore. I was in Vrindavan 30 years ago, and now I was there, I just came from Vrindavan. Now Vrindavan is not so good. 30 years back it was very good rabri, means that condensed milk and sugar and that very good. But now it is not good. I got some stomach problems, so Vrindavan is now not good anymore. So did this person enter into Vrindavan Dham? He went there to enjoy. And now enjoyment he's not getting. He thinks Vrindavan is bad. Also, I heard one case. One girl, she said, Mayapur is not good. I don't want to stay in Mayapur anymore. Mayapur is not good. Then I said, why? Because I came here, I wanted that boyfriend, one with some relation, that one boyfriend. That is why I came to Mayapur. And we were together, but now I saw that he's cheating me. So Mayapur is not good. I don't want to stay in Mayapur. Mayapur is not good. So that is not Mayapur. We think Mayapur is good, and then after we think Mayapur is bad. Mayapur is not good anymore. So that is not Dhammabhas. So Daksha said, I did not know your full glories. For this reason, I threw arrows of sharp words at you in the open assembly, although you did not take them into account. I was going down to hell because of my disobedience to you, who are the most respectable personality, but you took compassion upon me and saved me by awarding punishment. I request that you be pleased by your own mercy, since I cannot satisfy you by my words. Now he is humble and devoted. Maitreya Uvach. Kshama Pyaivam Sa Midvam Sam Brahmana Chanu Mantritaha Karma Santanayam Asa Sapa Dhyayar Tvik Adibhi. The great sage Maitreya said, thus being pardoned by Lord Shiva, King Daksha, with the permission of Lord Brahma, again began the performance of the yagya, along with the great learned sages, the priests, and others. Also, I remember, I'm telling you real facts. One asked me, really you want to stay in Mayapur? You know what is going on there? I heard that some people there smoking ganja, and some they are also having illicit sex. So then what is the difference? So, in the same sense, Mayapur is not good. Mayapur is not the same like everywhere. So then I told you don't know what is Mayapur. That is the problem. And those who are doing such things, they are not in Dham. They are on Maya Jal, that Maya net above. Or if they are sadhakas with weakness, then you should not be surprised to see the patients in the hospital. It is naturally that in the hospital you will see patients. Not all are doctors. Doctors are some, they are curing patients. But patients are there. This Dham is not like Golok Vrindavan. There everyone is Siddha. Everyone is Siddhas. But this Dham appeared in this world out of mercy to give us chance to become pure, to become Siddhas. So there are practitioners on different levels and they may have some weakness, they may do something wrong. But that does not mean that hospital is bad. How you can say hospital is bad if you see patients there? So hospital is doing its job. They are curing patients and they will become good. But if someone is there like just for material business or just for sinful things like this, then they are never in Dham. They're in Maya Jal on top, in that net. But we are thinking, oh, Mayapur is not good. Mayapur is not good. So we don't know Dham. Why? Because Ata Shri Krishna Namadina Bhavet Grajyam Indriya. You cannot understand Krishna's name, form, attributes, pastimes, associates, Dham with material senses. Only one who is inclined to serve, he can get revelation about Dham. Then you can never say Mayapur is bad because my boyfriend cheated me and because some these things going on. You can never say Mayapur is bad. The great sage Maitreya said, I read or not? Maitreya Uvach, Kshama Pyevam Sa Midvamsam Brahmana Chanu Mantritaha Karma Santa Nayam Asa Sopa Dhyayartvik Adibhi. The great sage Maitreya said, thus being pardoned by Lord Shiva, King Daksha, with the permission of Lord Brahma, again began the performance of the yagya, along with the great learned sages, the priests and others. Vaishnavam yagya santatyai tri kapalam dvijotama puro dasham niravapan vira samsarga shudaye. Thereafter, in order to resume the activities of sacrifice, the Brahmanas first arranged to purify the sacrificial arena of the contamination caused by the touch of Virabhadra and the other ghostly followers of Lord Shiva. Then they arranged to offer into the fire the oblation known as Puro Dasha. Because they were passing stool and urine also there, we heard, and they disturbed the, so they had to purify. So ghosts also here it written, they don't, those bhutas, they don't take baths regularly, they wear long hair and they smoke ganja. Persons of such irregular habits are counted amongst the ghosts. Since they were present in the sacrificial arena, the atmosphere became polluted and it had to be sanctified by Trikapala, oblations which indicated the invocation of Vishnu's favor. Yes. Although Lord Shiva was present and he is all auspicious, it was still necessary to sanctify the place because his followers had broken into the arena and committed so many obnoxious acts. So the sanctification was possible only by chanting the holy name of Vishnu, Trikapala, which can sanctify the three worlds. So tomorrow we will further hear